And I'm Jeff Kimball. You're watching the NUTV News Show. In this week's news, with the 2012 elections coming up, President Barack Obama was in Boston this Tuesday. He visited Boston Tech Academy to push for his education agenda. He then arrived at the Museum of Fine Arts for a Democratic fundraiser. Boston is known as a Democratic stronghold and a strong donor base. The event raised over $1 million for House Democrats.
Northeastern welcomes a new addition to our campus. A bronze statue of Robert Shillman and his pet cat now sits outside of Shillman Hall. He's perched on a stone slab with plenty of room for students to take a seat next to him. Shillman is a trustee of Northeastern and a graduate from the class of 1968. He donated the statue titled, "A Man with a Cat Named Yitz."
Stetson East kicked off its 10th annual Mardi Gras celebration. Students enjoyed Fat Tuesday with New Orleans-themed music and food. The night also featured games, cash prizes, and the never-ending piles of beads. More than 70 volunteers from Northeastern and dining caterer Chartwell's staffed the party.
After missing 6 games, men's hockey coaches Greg Cronin and Albie O'Connell are back behind the bench. The Northeastern Athletic Department announced the end of their suspensions, which were indefinite as of February 18th. The coaches were suspended due to an NCAA recruiting violation, resulting from a combination of texting and phone calls. The university plans on providing a complete report of the findings of its internal investigation to the NCAA. Depending on how they view the violations, there could be more sanctions.
If you've been driving around the city lately, you may have noticed things are a little rougher than they should be. But a new smartphone app aims to make things a little smoother. NUTV's Robert Bumstead has the story.
If you've been riding around the city of Boston lately, you may have noticed things are a little rougher than they should be. Potholes showing up as winter's worst melts away.
I cannot even believe that the potholes are as big as they are, as bad as they are.
The death traps.
City officials reporting a major bump in pothole complaints. Reports in the first week of February up nearly 60% from this time last year. It's a product of the year's unusually harsh winter and an unwelcome side effect for drivers and cyclists alike.
And if I hit one, I'm over my handlebars. I've got a friend who just did that, smashed his face up, and was in the ED.
So the city's come up with a new high-tech solution to this pothole problem. It's a smartphone app that allows users to transmit data back to the city.
It's a different way that constituents can really engage in making their city even better.
Chris Osgood co-chairs the mayor's office of new urban mechanics. His team is developing a new app that uses people's cell phones to fix city streets. Residents will soon be able to download the free app, which automatically detects when your vehicle hits a pothole.
They can just click start recording, and what it'll actually do from that point is it will record the location of your phone, and then it'll record the bumps that your phone experiences.
Osgood says the city will use that data to dispatch road crews in problem areas. For now, the app is still in its development stages, but they hope to have it fully online in time for next year's winter weather.
We'll be able to spot potholes even sooner, and that allows us to have our crews respond even faster.
And that couldn't come soon enough for drivers who are a little shaken up.
My back tire keeps losing air. I have to keep putting air in it.
For NUTV, I'm Robert Bumstead.
And that's all we have for you tonight, Northeastern.
Tune in next week for another edition of the NUTV News Show. Good night.
So I